This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be testing out the new iPhone 15 Pro Max and I'll be comparing it versus the 14 Pro Max. I've had both phones for a little bit now, so I got to compare them and see how they are. I've had the 14 for the last year and I just got the 15 and I see some improvements, so I'm excited to talk to you about them. We have our beautiful model Anastasia here and we're going to be taking some photos of her and comparing, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get right into it. From my previous experiences, the zoom cameras are usually not the best as far as cameras go. So we'll be testing it out to see if the X5 is any better than the X3 on the 14. And we'll see if it's worth the upgrade. Let's go. Now, the new iPhone 15 has an option to zoom in a little bit, so you have 28 millimeters, 35 millimeters, and 24 millimeters, which technically isn't really a separate camera, it's just a zoom, so you zoom in a 1.5, but it is an option that they give you to click on the camera, which is kind of nice. We're shooting at 2 now. Beautiful. I'm wondering if the colors are actually really different. It does look a bit more vibrant on the iPhone, but I'm not sure. Beautiful. Come a bit closer. Loves. We're gonna zoom into the 3 and 5 camera, so that should be interesting. There's somebody else shooting there, so we're just... Beautiful. Let's take a few photos on just the 5. Yeah. The photos are definitely still a bit laggy and kind of slow on the RAW Max on the 48. Let's do a few close-up portraits, so I'll just kind of crop like here. Maybe just like lean against the rock. And then I'll stuff this other one here. Beautiful. Love. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And let's actually, let's get you come out here. I just want like, yeah, right here, so stop where you are. Move a little bit this way. Perfect. Beautiful. Just want to see what the bokeh is like. Another thing about the new iPhone is that you can add portrait mode afterwards. So you can just take regular photos and then point on portrait mode, and apparently it just turns it into a portrait mode. So, beautiful. It's definitely not the fastest camera to be working with, I have to say. You have to like give it a second. Zoom on the 3. So pretty. Gorgeous. Closer. Beautiful. I'm going to be testing the 0.5 camera now. I haven't tested it out yet, so we'll see how it goes. Let's see some photos. Beautiful. And what if let's get you here, and if you could do like something like this, so if you can just like lean back and then maybe like something like this with like your arms with like something like that. Yeah.
Looking at the footage, it doesn't really seem like the 0.5 has changed majorly at all. It seems to be the same quality as in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And I do like the effects. I don't really use it a lot because it just does distort the body quite a bit, but I still think it's a really solid camera to have.
And now I'm going to switch to JPEGs for just like a regular photo. I think it's not a JPEG, it's a different file. But we're just gonna do regular and see what the photos are like straight out of the camera, like what the iPhone decides is the right thing. Beautiful.
As you can see here on the few examples, the iPhone 15 photos are way more saturated straight off the bat than the iPhone 14 ones. I will say they're also pretty inconsistent in color because some of them were very, very warm and some of them weren't, so it's kind of hard to know where it's going. I personally prefer the iPhone 14 on this one just because it's a bit more neutral and it doesn't look as crazy. As you guys know, this year iPhone got its biggest update in terms of its camera and videography. We got 4K 30 frames per second, as well as 4K 60 frames per second, as well as its brand new ProRes log for videos, which is a huge game changer. Shooting with it gives you way more freedom in terms of color grading your footage, and I've heard it matches professional camera quality. So I wanted to test it out for myself and see if it's really that good. So I took a video in the ProRes log and color graded it afterwards, as you can see here in this footage. And then after, I grabbed both phones side by side and I shot ProRes on both. One has the log and one doesn't, and here is how the footage looks side by side. I have to say, I am really in love with color grading footage. It's definitely really difficult and it's not something that I'm used to. I usually just use whatever's in the camera, but working on this footage here gave me so much freedom to get the colors and the skin tones that I want. And as you see, when you look at the iPhone 14 colors, they are way more cooler and the skin isn't as warm and vibrant. So I love the kind of look that I achieved with the iPhone 15 ProRes log, and I will be definitely using it more and more.
Okay, so now I'll be on 5, so I'll be pretty far. So you can step back quite a bit.
I have to say, I really love how incredibly stable the footage is on both iPhone 14 and 15. As you see here, we were pretty much running, and when you look at the footage, there is no sign of that. It looks like I'm using a gimbal. It's not something that I could ever do with a mirrorless or a DSLR. If I don't have a gimbal, absolutely forget about it. So this is an absolute win for me in terms of videography, because when I film my behind the scenes, when I film anything for myself, it is really, really hard to achieve without so much extra gear.
I have to be backing a little bit more, sorry. Beautiful.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Are you looking to create a stunning website that showcases your brand and tells your story? Look no further than Squarespace. With their easy-to-use platform and beautiful templates, you can design a professional and modern website in a matter of hours. Squarespace is perfect for photographers, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. Don't let the lack of coding skills hold you back from creating a website that you'll be proud to show off. There are hundreds of fully customizable templates to choose, so you can really make it your own. The platform is packed with features like e-commerce, SEO, and social media integrations, which is crucial when it comes to running your photography business. If you're like me and constantly on the phone or in meetings with clients, Squarespace offers you scheduling tools for your website as well. These tools allow you to create and manage appointments, bookings, and reservations through your Squarespace website. Your customers will be able to view your availability, schedule appointments, and pay for services directly at the site as well. If that sounds like something you'd like to try, make sure to go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and once you're ready to go, use my code squarespace.com/Anita. I don't know how about you, but I always get the comments on my YouTube videos being like, oh, I could take the photos with my phone, and I think it's a lot of crap. But I wanted to test it out on my mirrorless, and I took some photos of my model in different lighting situations, just kind of see how the camera versus how the phone performs. And don't get me wrong, I think the phone has gotten significantly better at taking photos, and they are getting closer and closer to mirrorless camera. But it's mostly as long as you don't go into the detail shots, because as soon as you actually try and zoom in on a lot of these shots, they do not look great. So I will say, can you have a similar effect of a DSLR or a mirrorless with a phone? Absolutely. But can it replicate the actual quality of the photo? I don't think we're quite there yet, but that's my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think. One of the solid examples of why mirrorless and DSLR cameras are still superior to iPhone cameras is shooting backlit. I just did this quick little test where I took photos backlit on both iPhones and then my camera. And as you can see, there's definitely a lot of improvement with the iPhone 15. I think it handles backlight significantly better than the iPhone 14. I find with iPhone 14, especially when you zoom it to the X3 camera, it does pretty awful in terms of details. You can barely see the model's face. It's pretty blurry and not great. However, saying that, when you compare these photos to a regular camera, the difference is astonishing, especially with details. So I have to say that a lot of the time, iPhone performs really well with direct sunlight, but as soon as it's backlit, it kind of loses a lot of its quality, and it's not something that you can go around. It's just the way it is. So if you want to shoot backlit, if you want to have really nice moody photos, unfortunately, you still have to depend on your camera instead.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks so nice.
This 14?
This is 15.
Oh.
This is the 14.
I don't even know which iPhone I have.
This is the video. See how much the difference?
Yeah, I see.
It's insane. I would love for you to be in between the rocks, but like between the waves, just like time yourself. Okay, we'll take some photos on the 1. Take 2. Love, beautiful. And 5. Oh yeah, beautiful. Yes. Perfect. Beautiful. I have to say that personally, I really love this iPhone upgrade, especially in terms of videography and being able to color grade my own footage and shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. I think it's pretty amazing, and it's going to be a true game changer for videographers, especially with how smooth and stable the footage is. I really think it's going to be a real game changer. In terms of photography, I also like the camera. I think it's very interesting. I think it still has some way to go, especially when it comes to backlit and especially when it comes to certain quality issues in terms of close-ups and so on. But overall, it is a really solid camera, especially because you have it on you at all times. So it is definitely an amazing option to have at hand.
Okay guys, this is it for today. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for being my beautiful model. Let me know which iPhone did you prefer. I feel like I have a clear winner and I know what I like more, but you know, it's up to you guys. Make sure to give Anastasia a follow and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!